from CJRB. Do we have a hint? Yes, no. It's called the Doubletap. Black D2 blade with a black G10 handle. That's going to be interesting. If you're ready, I'm ready. I mean, it's got some weight to the box. So if it is what I think it is, holy smokes, guys. We're looking at a chunk of a knife. Wiping cloth and silica gel on the box. It comes in a little Ziploc plastic bag here. And, whoo, my goodness, guys. Holy smokes. Let's go ahead and get into it. Doubletap. That is a pretty cool name if you ask me. Check this thing out. An absolute beast, right? Got the girth going on for sure, right? Black G10 handles here with proud liners, an orange little pop of color there, G10 backspacer, a very accentuated lanyard hole there for my lanyard people. We got a pocket clip, not the deepest carry, but it has a very interesting design. Doesn't necessarily translate well for a reversible clip unless they added an additional one. So that's not the case. I mean, it is a crossbar lock. It's got this spine right here. So is it the recoil lock from the bolt? Let's go ahead and find out. Big old thumb studs. Oh man, let's go ahead and send it here. I'm gonna go with the spine lock. There we go. Let's do it justice. This is a chunk of blade, man. There's a guillotine going on right here. Holy macaroni. It is nice and jimped. I like that. One of the best things I like about the recoil lock is it works just like a crossbar lock, but it also works very similar to a spine lock. Something like the Winter Blade Co. Stealth Lock or the, of course, very popular Shark Lock from Demco Knives. So yeah, definitely very fidgety there. Thumbs up deployment is good. Reverse flick, absolutely, really, really good. And then, whoo, we got a chunk of D2 blade, black coated for corrosion resistance. I should probably set it down here. Some of you guys like to take some pictures and things like that. Got a good chunk of belly, right, with a very tall flat grind. Very nice plunge grind situation right there, right? Got the CJRB logo. On the other side, everything, the model number and D2 steel is very small. I do like the cutouts here on the G10, right? Kind of gives me like Tundra vibes. Kind of gives me Artisan Cutlery Proponent vibes. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be putting it next to those other two beasts here in just a second. You already know. It is so chunky. I mean, it's not even milled inside for weight reduction. That is just part of the trick here. Kind of giving you that robust weight feel to it, right? The fact that you are carrying a pocket tank, that is intentional. That is absolutely intentional. This is not a bug out in any way, shape, or form. This is an absolute pocket beast, right? Pocket monster here, if you ask me. Holy macaroni. Now, ergos, I mean, I got the KFC sport size baby hands right here, if you know what I mean. And I'm able to get a full hammer grip. Still plenty of handle here. Nice finger choice so you can forward choke on this thing. If you got big old bear paws, you are going to be good to go. This knife, obviously, extra large in size. Very, very comfortable. You get good control of the blade. That belly is going to be great for tabletop cutting. It's going to be a good slicer. Anything you want to do hardcore, right? This is the kind of knife that will be able to pretty much do anything you throw at it. That's a fact. Now look at this crazy thickness on the blade, man. That is wild, absolutely wild. If I can find my calipers, that'd be nice. Here we go. All right, looking at a thickness on the blade of 0.19. Nope, I lied, 0.18. And then thickness on the handle is 0.60. The average typically on the handle is 0.5 or half an inch. And 0.12 is typically the average on the blade here in the channel. So 0.18 is definitely quite a bit thicker for sure. We got to get the good old scale out here just to see where this guy comes in. I'm going to do a little bit of a guess. I want to say 9 to 10 ounces, somewhere in there. Actually, look at that. Not that as crazy as I thought, even though you do feel the weight a tad bit. 8.6 ounces, not bad. I mean, given the overbuilt nature. 242 grams for my friends across the pond. Yeah, pretty reasonable weight for what it is. I mean, it's still going to be a chunker. I mean, this is going to be Chunktavious 9000. That's going to be the nickname. The one thing I really like about this one is, and I really like this on the bolt, was the recoil lock. And again, I really like this implementation. It's nice and thick for what it is. You're moving a chunk of blade. I can get at it with the jimping. It helps a lot. Nice and easy to manipulate the blade, whether you do right, the little pinch crossbar lock approach, or you go right kind of the shark lock right style deployment. What a sweet chunker here. We got to do a size comparison. Now the curiosity just got into me, you know what I'm saying? Here is the Tundra, another crazy overbuilt model from CJRB. Right, you can see the theme here with the cutouts on the G10 handle. This one's also D2, prow liners and so on. All right, look at the difference right there. I want to say the Doubletap is maybe a hair longer. Definitely has way more belly, right, than the Tundra. Here's the original overbuilt tank from Artisan Cutlery. Again, CJRB being a sister brand under the Artisan Cutlery umbrella. The Proponent here, same deal, D2, right? Massively overbuilt chunker. This is the one that started it all. And then the Tundra came around, and now we got the Doubletap. Which of these beasts speaks to you the most? I'm here for all of them. Option D, all the above. I'll take them for sure. Definitely going to be spicing up my overbuilt pocket tanks collection. Now, one detail I'm noticing here is the fact that on the Tundra and the Proponent, you do have the little holes here so you can put that steel pin through it, right, if you wanted to turn it into as close to a fixed blade as possible. Not the case with the Doubletap, or the Doubletap does not have that feature. They're just counting on the, you know, kind of crossbar lock style mechanism here to be as strong as it can be. And I mean, for what it is, it's actually one of the strongest locking systems out there, right? But yeah, just a nice little detail that these two models have that the Doubletap does not. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.